I started freestyle skiing when I was about 15 or 16. It just really spoke to me to have that blank canvas in front of you and draw any line you want down the mountain. In November of 2007, on opening day, I did a backflip and caught my tips coming around and ended up breaking my collarbone super bad. I think breaking my collarbone was kind of a blessing in disguise because it just allowed me to transition that creativity and that focus into drawing, and it allowed me to create my first ski graphic. 10 years later, I've been able to create a line of skis that have really evolved with me as a skier and as an artist. I'm not really attached or scared to try new mediums, and I can just kind of sit down and let those juices flow from inspirations that surround me, whether it be snow, rocks, trees, just Mother Nature in general. It's a very meditative and peaceful experience to just be in the moment and be able to create.
Okay, girls, finish up your dinner, please. It's time to get ready for bed.
No, I don't want to go bed.
I know, but you need your sleep. It helps keep your body and brain healthy.
How come, Mommy?
Well, scientists have a few theories about that, Lucy. For one, sleep helps you create new memories, so you don't forget the cool things we did today.
Wake tag with tip pancakes, and we step in puddles.
Right. When you sleep, your brain packs up those little memories and stores them right where they belong.
Like at night, we can put our animals in their basket, and books go on the shelf.
Smart girls.
Can I sleep with my rubber?
Of course, Sophia.
I love my rubber.
Sleep also helps your brain come up with new ideas.
Like songs and funny words, like cargo.
Or create special drawings.
Like my dragon picture. Fire!
Sleep helps your body get better at things it's just learned, like pumping your legs on the swing or kicking a soccer ball.
Or spin around like this.
Good spin! When you're sleeping, the muscles that help you spin like that get stronger, and the neural connections that control those movements get stronger too.
Oh, so sparkly.
And there's something else that sleep does.
What is it?
Sleep washes away waste that builds up in your brain during the day.
What's wasted?
Well, in your brain, waste is kind of like garbage that needs to be cleared out.
Yucky. See you. Stingle stink. There's garbage in my brain.
No, not that kind of garbage. When you sleep, the neurons in your brain shrink, and a special kind of liquid called cerebrospinal fluid can flush out the waste.
Like cereal? That's so silly.
No, not cereal. This helps your brain keep nice and clean.
Our brain needs a bath in there.
Yes, they do. And guess what? So do you.
Yay, bubbles! Bubbles for our brain. No, that comes after the bath. Oh, right. Where we sleep.
That's right.
Pop! Good night. Sweet dreams.
Good night.
As a founder, you have to be okay with starting over. I used to run a software company here in Serbia, then me and my co-founders decided to follow our true passions and start Two Desperados, a video games development studio. Our first two games, Voka Voka and Viola's Quest, grew organically. They hit #1 on the charts and reached over 30 million downloads. But as our games grew, our studio had to grow as well. We joined the GoogleforStartups accelerator to learn the organizational and leadership side of growing a startup. I actually used to be a mentor at Google myself, so I knew how much we could benefit from the program. Now our studio has over 45 employees and we are building our third game. Being a founder is definitely not easy. There are always more problems, never less. But I wouldn't trade it for anything.
What's the biggest thing we'll notice about 5G?
So I think the biggest thing is the massive data rates and the low latency. We are going to have a capacity going all the way up to like 5 gigabits per second on day one.
Can you tell me more about latency?
Look at it as like two people talking to each other. You're both taking turns talking, and you can talk, pause, and wait for like 5 minutes for acknowledgement, or you can talk, pause, and wait for 1 minute. You can imagine the smaller and smaller we make these intervals, we increase communication between two people.
Got it. Latency is gap time, and if there's less gap time, then communication happens faster. Why does that matter?
Think about mission-critical applications like remote robotic surgeries. How quickly you can respond is extremely important because that could be a life and death scenario. Or autonomous cars. Because if you are detecting a collision and you need to send that to the car behind you, it's extremely important that message gets to that place. There's no point telling you to avoid a collision after the collision has happened.
What's it feel like now that you're starting to see this in the world?
One of the cool things about working on technologies in Qualcomm is you cannot say hello to a stranger without them potentially owning something that you have developed. They say, oh, look what my phone can do, and you feel so good saying, yes, I know exactly why it does that and why it can do that. And I think that's a great feeling.
Thanks, Vinitha.
What is egg boxing?
So it's a sport / game where whenever you're making something with eggs, you hold an egg, you hold another egg, you bang them off each other. The one that cracks, you obviously break, and the one that didn't crack, that's considered one win. So that, like, let's say these are two eggs you've never touched before, you smash them, that guy is now 1-0. And then you pick up another egg. Let's say you want to make 5 eggs, and you smash, and let's say that guy wins again, so he's now 2-0. And then you smash again, and let's say he loses. Well, then he retires with a record of 2-1, and the other guy is now 1-0, and you keep going. And at the end, like when you break your last egg that day, you write down how many wins the last guy has, because by definition, the last one standing is always the winner. And then the next time you come to make eggs, you just play again. And so I don't know when I started playing this game, but it was somewhere in high school, and I've never stopped. And I take it very seriously, and I guard the champion very closely. And as you're alluding to, there was one very, very special egg in my life in 2007 and 2008, who I nicknamed Ramanujan after the great mathematician, not a great boxer, but he was such a prodigy amongst
a terrible
eggs.
Boxer.
Yeah. But he's the only egg I've ever had where his winning record was so great that I lost track of his actual record.
Was it in the hundreds, thousands?
Oh, I mean, put it this way: he was the champion for more than a year.
Now, all right, we're gonna continue on to future bullets, but I will say, if my memory serves me correctly, that at one point you were like, I want to know what type of strange like abscess or like structural abnormality exists in this egg, but you couldn't get someone to agree to X-reg the egg for you, so you like snuck it into your pocket.
Well, no, the plan was I was going to go to the ER and pretend I had a groin injury and have them do a CT scan of my pelvis with Ramanujan in my pocket, because I wanted to see what was really going on inside of him.
And alas, we shall never know.